What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to this episode of Out 84, the Baseball Fanatic. Today, we'll be talking about another stadium that is one of my all-time favorite stadiums I ever been to. And unfortunately, I only ever been there once, but it was one of the greatest stadiums I've ever been to. And we actually touched base about the stadium a couple weeks ago when I was comparing it to another stadium that I went to that's built and is very similar in design to, but it is a completely different, um, I guess you could say, a different completely environment to it. Today we're going to be talking about Petco Park in San Diego, home of the San Diego Padres. Let's see, Petco was Petco, like the pet company. Hey, broke ground in 2000 and opened opening day 2004. So it's been around 20 years at this point, and the stadium's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they did everything they could do. Actually, no, I'm wrong. This is not the stadium I was talking about. I'm thinking of San Francisco. Sorry. Whatever I just said over there, forget about it. Because the stadium's completely different. It has nothing to do with any other stadium we ever talked about before. This stadium was quite the place to see. Now you got to remember, for many years, the Padres were playing in, you know, Funqual Park. How many times did they change the names of that freaking stadium? And it was so far out of the city. It was in the middle of nowhere. It was a terrible stadium. It was a multi-use stadium. The Chargers played there. They got the hell out of there. Padres played there. They got the hell out of there. I'd never seen a game there, and I'm glad I didn't because it was such a bad stadium. It was just terrible. It's not a baseball park at all. It was barely a football park in that matter. They got out of there and they moved to downtown San Diego, right out of the Gaslamp district, right down the street, and the water's a stone's throw away. San Diego is a beautiful city, my favorite city in California by far. Next to, I do have a little special feel for Slovene and Buellton, but other than that, Petco, for San Diego, my number one major city. Opened in 2004, like I said. This stadium is pretty great. It's funny because they had to design the whole process of getting the land for the stadium was pretty tight. It was pretty tough. They actually had to keep a certain building. It was a landmark, historical landmark. It was the Metal Supply Company building, which was a historical landmark. They had to preserve the building, and they ended up working it into the stadium, which is great, right? Someone's calling me. Oh, that's on. This is bizarre. Can you guys hear me on? Someone is calling me. Let's see. Hello? Okay, I'm still. All right. So I'm getting a phone call on my phone, but it's picking up on my headphones. Nevertheless. Okay. This stadium. I left off. Oh, we're talking about the metal building. It was a historical landmark. So they had to build the stadium around it. So in fact, if you look and you go to the stadium and you go to left field, right? You look down left field. There's a building that kind of sticks out, and there's like these balconies which overlook the field. That's the building. They actually turned this building into a useful piece of the stadium, which is awesome to preserve this and work it into because it gives you an old school feel of a brand new stadium. On right field, they have this great grand area of grass where people could sit there. The entrance comes in over there. If you're sitting there in right field and you look out, you can see the ocean. Everything's in walking distance. The Gaslamp district is key. It's so great. It's a small little, cute little downtown area of tons of restaurants, tons of bars, tons of stuff to do before and after the game. My biggest problem when I went to this stadium is I didn't stay in San Diego because of the price. I stayed in La Jolla, which happened to be cheaper, which is weird because that's usually really more expensive. And it's about a half hour north of the city. I took the trolley into town, and I was really restricted to how much time I could actually spend in downtown San Diego. I went to San Diego again many years later, not for a baseball game, just I was there in the summertime. And I stayed downtown, and I gotta tell you, it was way better staying downtown San Diego than it is to stay in the burbs if you plan to spend a lot of time in downtown. Um, San Diego was the Padres were one of the last teams I got to see play. It was the Padres, Giants, and Cincinnati Reds actually were the last teams I seen play at was it Fenway or in general? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. So I went to the stadium in 2011. I guess I'd already seen the Reds play because I would have been there already. I think going into it, I think I had seen every single team play at some point, one time or another, whether it was away or home. And the last team I got to actually see play was oddly the Cincinnati Reds, which is interesting. But I remember this is a hell of a story to this field. All right, I'll break it down for you. It was a great time. So I went to go see the team play, and it was like 2000. What did I say? 2000? Maybe 2008, maybe. I can't remember. It was like 2008, maybe 2000 early. No, it had to be 2008. 2008, I seen him play. And I had met someone who was going to the game as well. So we're supposed to meet up, and it never ended up coming into anything. They were at the game when I was game. I had texted them, nothing happened. I guess it's not that good of a story. But I had a friend who lived in San Diego for the longest time, and he told me about this pizza place. And Joe, if you're watching this show right now, please tell me about I can't remember the name of this pizza place. It was in the Gaslamp district. He told me to go. I ordered pizza. The pizza was phenomenal. Great pizza. So I don't remember the name of the place. If you know a good pizza place in the Gaslamp district, just drop below. Let me know what it was because I can't remember for the life of me what the name of this pizza place was. But it was a good pizza place. That's all I can remember. So Philadelphia, I took the pizza home. I had it the entire trip. I was eating it in the car because the next day I was driving up to LA for a Dodgers game. And then it was like a 1 o'clock Dodgers game. And then I was going to head out to Vegas after the fact. So can't remember for the life of me. Gaslamp Pizza, maybe something like that. It was good pizza. It was right near the stadium, right in the beginning of the Gaslamp district. I had a great time. And La Jolla was awesome. Great stadium, great views. San Diego, you get great weather. Fun fact, Barry Bonds hit his 755th home run at this stadium to tie Hank Aaron, right? Pretty cool. Um, Padres played a 22 inning game in 2008. Oh, I remember this game. So, oh no, I remember that season. So it's weird because 2008 was April. They played a 22 inning game. It was the longest game in nearly 15 years. The game lasted 22 innings, 6 hours, 16 minutes. I remember the Padres and the Rockies that year also played in like an extra bonus game for the playoffs to like it was like that playing game. Like they had the same record, I guess. And the Rockies ended up going to the World Series that year. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not right. That was 2007. Never mind. Forget what I just said. 2007, the Rockies went to the World Series because the Red Sox beat them. Sorry, no, sorry. It's been a long time. I get these things confused. All I know it was a great stadium. I had a great time there. Um, Can't wait to go back again. I've been waiting to start. I think the Red Sox are playing there next year. I hope I can work a road trip into go into because we need to go to while we're out in the West area, uh, San Diego. So they'll be playing in San Diego next year. They'll be playing in San Francisco next year, and I think they're playing in Arizona next year. This year they were playing in the Dodgers on my birthday actually, which is in a couple weeks. So that would be a great trip to go on my birthday. See the Dodgers play the Red Sox at Dodger Stadium. Not happening this year. We gotta wait a couple years for that, but not a big deal. Any fun facts about the stadium? It's a fairly new stadium, so like there's not really a lot of information on it. It's just a cool stadium to check out. Like I said, 755th home run for Barry Bonds. Looks like American Idol had their auditions there in 2011, I guess. PETA protested there, I guess, ironically, because its sponsor is a pet store. Um, let's see. The fans in the grandstands are treated to a view of the San Diego Bay and the San Diego skyline beyond the left field seats, as well as a view of a Bulbach Park, which contains the San Diego Zoo, which is cool, which is downtown. I've never been to the San Diego Zoo, but that's definitely a must. I guess I heard it's the best zoo in the country. Check that out when you're out there, I guess. The Mail Supply Building here in left field kind of sticks out a little bit. That's pretty cool. And I'm looking at weather here. I don't know. It's just San Diego. What can I say? I came into this episode today thinking this was going to be a lot more interesting episode, and I'm actually kind of disappointed with myself. This was part of a grand road trip, which took me from Las Vegas to San Diego to Arizona to Dodgers to Anaheim. It was like a 5 day road trip. I could tell you, I flew into Phoenix and I drove to Vegas that night. Spent the night in Vegas. The next day, I left and went to um, Anaheim for a game that night. No, I went to San Diego. So I went to San Diego for a game that night. And then I drove up to um, Dodgers for a 1 o'clock game. And then from that 1 o'clock game was over the next day, I drove to Vegas again. And then after Vegas, I left. I drove to Anaheim, went to a game there. And then I drove from Anaheim to Phoenix for a game the next day and spent the night in Phoenix. And I flew out of Phoenix that night, the next day. So it was like, so it was like Vegas one night, San Diego another night, Vegas again, Anaheim, and um, Phoenix. So it was like a 5 night road trip. Great time. Got a speeding ticket going from California to Vegas after leaving the Dodgers game. Which in California, it's funny they don't tell you how much your speeding ticket is, and you just they send it to you in a mail and be like, hey, by the way, this is what your ticket is. Mine was about 200 and something dollars, but what you gonna do? It happens. I was in a little teeny ass car. I have no idea how I got that fast, but I was coming on the other side of the mountain very fast. Vegas was very uneventful both times I was there. It was the only 2 times I was in Vegas that was very uneventful. I don't know why. I used poor planning. I just didn't plan it right, I guess. I don't know. It was also middle of the summertime too, so not exactly the most popular time to go to Vegas as well. So, but it is what it is. Petco Park, another stadium on the list. Check it out. Let me know what you think of Petco Park and if your experience was good as mine. I had a great time there. It was awesome. Top 5 stadiums in my book, hands down. I can't wait to go back. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Out 80 for the Baseball Fanatic. And hope you enjoyed streaming it live on Facebook as well. And until next week, we'll talk to you guys soon. So see you later. Bye.